à tous, bonjour et bienvenue sur CHOQ FM. Je suis avec la ministre.
La ministre, oui, c'est moi. Le futur.
Oui, dans le futur. Je suis avec la députée Dzerowicz. Est-ce que je prononce bien le nom?
Non, c'est Julie Dzerowicz.
Dzerowicz.
Oui.
Ouais, presque.
Oui, non, c'est excellent.
Ok, alors aujourd'hui, vous annonciez le budget
Ouais.
qui a été en fait promulgué par le ministre.
Oui.
Et est-ce que vous pouvez nous parler des grands points de ce budget? Des choses les plus importantes à retenir.
Ok, oui, mais je parle en anglais parce que c'est plus facile pour moi, oui?
Ok, c'est
parfait.
parfait.
Bonjour tout le monde. Ok, so the main focus of the budget is to continue to support the middle class in Canada and those trying to join the middle class, and to make sure that we do everything we can to have a strong economy moving forward. So, key parts of the budget is one, affordable housing. The federal government hasn't been in affordable housing for over 30 years. We've provided no funding. So 30 years later, so now we've decided we are coming back and we're providing funding for 10 years for affordable housing right across this country. So not only for spaces that are affordable for housing, but also for social housing, because we know that there's a lot of vulnerable communities that are finding it very difficult to find places to live in cities. And so we're putting in over $11 billion over 10 years in order to support affordable housing in Canada. Another part is we're putting quite a bit of money into childcare. We're trying to create additional childcare spaces for families. We know that we don't have enough affordable spaces, and so the federal government stepping up to work with our provinces to make sure that we are creating more affordable spaces. Some of the other big items is we're spending a lot of money and time to make the current programs flexible. So, for example, we're putting more money into skills and training because a lot of people are saying to us, well, I have a job, but it doesn't pay me a lot, and I want a better paying job. So we're now going to be putting a lot more money for those who feel they're underemployed and they want to have more skills so they can have better access to better paying jobs and careers. We're making our employment insurance more flexible. So that if you are on employment insurance, you can still take courses without losing your benefits. And then we're making our student loans and grants more accessible for people who are only at school part-time, who are single parents, for our Indigenous cultures. So a lot of flexibility because we want to do everything we can to support Canadians trying to find the jobs that they want and trying to be trained at the jobs that they want to pursue moving forward.
Alors, quelle est votre réponse aux personnes qui disent, et surtout aux partis conservateurs, qui disent que vous dépensez beaucoup d'argent, que vous n'avez pas et que les Canadiens vont devoir payer par le futur? What is your answer to the conservative?
No, je comprends. Mm-hmm. Look, what they keep on asking us is, when are you going to pay down the deficit? Okay, our Minister of Finance doesn't have an answer to that specific question. But what he says is, out of all the G7 countries, all the richest countries in the world, Canada has the best balance sheet. We have the lowest debt to GDP ratio. That means for the level of growth that we have the lowest amount of debt. Okay, so we are very healthy as an economy. And our balance sheet is very healthy compared to all other G7 countries. Now, this budget wasn't a big spend budget. It was a very thoughtful budget. Where do we want to put our funding? So we want to put it in the childcare. We want to put it in affordable housing. We want to help to support new innovation clusters. So we're trying to build out the economy so that we're world-class leaders in 6 key areas. Why? We want to fuel the economy so that we can continue to have good paying jobs for Canadians moving forward. So all of that will keep our balance sheet strong and will help us to move towards reducing our deficit right away. I will tell you, the Liberals have always had a history in Canada of being the most responsible government around deficit eliminating deficit and keeping our debt levels low. If you look at the whole history of Canada, it's always been the Liberals that's been responsible, and we are going to keep to that.
Ok, d'accord. Et ma dernière question maintenant concerne les francophones. Ouais. Alors, dans votre circonscription, vous avez d'ailleurs une radio francophone. Oui. Vous avez un certain nombre de francophones qui vivent ici. Et quels sont les investissements que vous avez faits? Parce que dans les annonces, je sais que vous n'avez pas eu le temps de terminer le détail de tout le programme, mais est-ce qu'il y a des prévisions pour améliorer les services qui sont offerts aux francophones? Et justement, concernant aussi l'immigration, vous aviez un objectif de, je crois, 4,5% de francophones. Oui. Où est-ce qu'on en est et est-ce que les moyens sont mis en œuvre pour atteindre cet objectif?
Yes, so j'ai de la chance que j'ai CHOQ FM ici dans ma circonscription et je pense que nous avons une population de Français très forte ici. Et je suis fière de notre Français dans Davenport. I didn't see any specific line item for Francophone. I haven't seen it, but I have to read through the budget, okay? I reinforce this because it's very true. Our Prime Minister is very proud to be a Francophone and also an Anglophone. He finds it very important for us to promote our French language, and he enforces it with all of us as Liberal members of the team. So when I talk to you, and I know I spoke at another event, I know that we have a committee on our official language, and they've made 3 or 4 key recommendations. One is we are not bringing in enough French-speaking immigrants, and so there is an immediate recommendation for us to do that. The budget doesn't need to say anything about that. We just have to readjust our immigration levels to actually accommodate for that. Okay. So that is a very clear recommendation from the committee. There's also a very clear recommendation to say we have some strong Francophone communities across this country outside of Quebec. We have to support them. Even at the very basic level, we have to support them with basic level services so that they can provide services to the Francophone community en français. Mm-hmm. And this is a question that actually comes up in the House of Commons. It's been coming up over the last couple of weeks. So know that it is on our radar screen. It's something important for us. So that's been a key recommendation that's made into the government, and people like me are pushing for it. We're also pushing this is on the Cultural Committee. There was a recommendation made to support French language media outside of Quebec. Okay, so places like CHOQ FM, very important, and a recognition that they help to serve. They help to ensure a vibrant and healthy Francophone community across the country. And they help to showcase Francophone Canadians to the world. And so we want to be able to do that. So very clear recommendation from our Heritage Committee to the government for us to sort of look into that. So those are areas that I focus on when I talk to my colleagues. I always talk about CHOQ FM because I'm so proud to have you guys here. Please don't move. And
we will.
And so I look forward to future discussions and I hope to future good news.
Ok. Mais vous allez aujourd'hui à Ottawa. Ouais. J'espère que vous allez revenir avec de très bonnes nouvelles. D'autres bonnes nouvelles. Une dernière préoccupation, quelle a été la réaction des personnes qui étaient là aujourd'hui? Parce que vous avez fait une présentation devant les médias et devant les habitants de votre circonscription. C'était quoi leur réaction?
Oui, non, c'est une très bonne question. Je pense que la réaction était excellente. Okay. Excellente. Il y avait des questions. Il y a des questions sur the transit credit and why the government's taking it away. There were questions about what more we can do as a federal government to support middle-class families that work in the nonprofit sector. Because unlike the private sector, their income doesn't go up, okay. 1. And 2, you never know when your income is going to come in because they're constantly applying for funding, like CHOQ FM. Like radio stations are constantly applying for funding. So I would say, because many of them left me at the end and they said, thanks so much. And they said it was a very good budget. So usually when people are unhappy, you would get people screaming. Today it was, I think, very well received. They had some key concerns, pharmacare. How is it that we can make sure that we have affordable prescription drugs. I know that's something that our Minister of Health is preoccupied with. So we have some things we still have to work on, but we've come a long way to supporting our middle class, and I'm very proud of the budget that we presented this year.
Ok, très bien. Merci beaucoup, madame.
Merci à vous.
Et bon voyage.
Merci.
Aux auditeurs de CHOQ FM.
Oui,
c'est ça?
Et merci et bonjour. Comment on dit? Have a great day.
Passez une bonne journée.
Passez une bonne journée à toutes les personnes de CHOQ FM.
Ok, merci.
Okay.